This is problem 4.16 from Francois Tardieu's Backgammon Strategic Concepts book in chapter 4, which goes over blitzing positions. Here's our position. We're blue, rolled a 6-4. Our homeboard's in the bottom right. We would have preferred another roll like double threes, where we could have stepped up and made a homeboard point, or double twos, where we could have stepped up and made a homeboard point, or even double fours, where we could have hit on the 2 point, 6-4 twice, and then made a 4 point, or double sixes, hitting a loose on the 1 point, making the 2 point. However, we got the 6-4, so we're not so happy about it. We don't have a great position. We don't have a great roll. We've got about a 45% chance of winning before this roll, and even after making the best roll, our chances of winning only go up to about 47%. So not a great roll, not a great position, but we got to make the best of it. Two best rolls, according to Tardieu and XG, are to make the 4 point or to make the 2 point like this. Send red to the bar. So take a look at each of the ending positions. Here's on the left where we made the 4 point, what it looks like after we made the 4 point. And on the right, what it looks like after we made the 2 point. And send red to the bar. Look at the features of each position. Think about what's going to happen next. Likely, most likely or not. And try to choose what you think is the right play. Remember, choosing the right play is nice, but understanding why it's considered the right play is our goal. As Alec Shagian always says, the correct play is dependent on the likelihood of future outcomes, and we should always consider our opponent's upcoming rolls as well as our own when we make a decision of what to do with our roll. In other words, try to look ahead and think what's going to happen next. So things that are going to affect our decision are red's respectable 4 prime here. 3 strip points in the 4 prime are going to make a difference in our decision. Red's well-stocked midpoint here is going to play a role in our decision. And our 2 point board compared to red's 2 point board, both the same, 5 and 6 points are covered. That's going to have a role in our decision. So we'll look at the two moves, look at Tardieu's analysis of those two rolls, and then we'll look at Tardieu's summary. Play where we're making our 2 points, sitting red to the bar like this. Tardieu says it's a conceptual error. It's an ill-timed blitz. After making the 2 point, red still has a good chance of surviving the blitz. Red's going to come in 75% of the time on these three spots, in 1, 3, or 4, a 75% chance of entering, and then possibly anchor up on our 1, 3, or 4 points. So it's pretty likely that red's going to be coming in and maybe even anchoring up. Even if red dances, their respectable 4 prime here is going to prevent us from turning the cube. So we can't double them. Even if they don't come in, we're not going to be able to double them because we have to think about getting past this 4 prime here. Not going to be easy. And red's well-stocked midpoint gives them added flexibility and ensures that they'll have no bad rolls when they're coming off the bar. So they're going to come in on the 1, 3, or 4, might make a point. If they don't make a point or anchor up, then they're going to be able to come down either on the 14, 15, or 16 point. Be relatively safe back there. And we still have to get past this red solid structure. So after our weak blitz likely fails, we would need to switch to a running game, and red's 4 prime will create a troublesome obstacle for us to cross over. So it's best to straighten our own board now by making our 4 point like this. So when we make our 4 point, That's the best role we can choose. We're strengthening our own structure by making the 4-point of a better structure. Our next goal is to make the 7-point possibly and create a 5 prime. That would be great if we can do that. That's our next goal. And we'll have a stronger inner board if we make the 4-point. We'll have 3 points covered compared to red's 2 points covered. So having a stronger inner board is going to help us when we challenge red's prime by trying to split our back checkers to escape, challenging red's prime. And the fact that red's got 3 strip points in that prime is going to be beneficial for us, because if red hits us with one of those checkers, they're going to break that point. So that's why this is rated as the best play possible. Even though when we're done with the play, we're still only at 46.1% chance of winning the game, according to XG, that's the best we could do with this roll. So things that matter in our decision, we're 46% underdog, and red's respectable 4 prime is not easy to get by, so we're going to strengthen our board now, and then later challenge red's prime. The 3 strip points are going to be helpful to us later when we do make that challenge, because if they're, like I said before, if red does hit us with one of those points, one of those checkers, then he'll have to break the point. Red's well-stocked midpoint ensures they have a safe enter from the bar, and so there's not going to be any additional blots to attack for us, which we would like to be able to do. And the fact that we have the strongest 3-point home board compared to red's 2-point home board, that's going to give us the advantage if we have a hitting war later on when we try to escape our back checkers. The player with the stronger inner board has the advantage in a hitting war, because it's easier, it's harder for the opponent to get in on our more complete board, or stronger board. So we should make the 4-point. That's going to strengthen our position, and then later, after we do that, then we try to escape our back checkers. Tardieu summary: in a prime versus prime position, we should not compromise our long-term structure by making points too deep, like our 2-point. Instead, we should play a positional game plan, strengthen our position and that's what we're doing by making the 4-point, strengthening our position. Tardieu goes on in this problem to modify the position by bringing 2 checkers down from the midpoint and strengthening their prime. And we'll look at that in the next video. If you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe to my channel. I hope you got something out of this video.